Hello everyone, this is Komal Madhur, a legal intern at Lexis & Company. I am studying BA in Manipal University, Jaipur, and I am currently in my third semester. I am very glad to have this opportunity to intern with Lexis & Company, as this is the sole reason why I am here today presenting this video in front of you all. The topic or purpose of today's video presentation is the need for reforms in the Indian judicial system. World's largest constitution, Indian Constitution, consists of three very important pillars, which is the legislative, the executive and the judiciary. Judiciary, being an autonomous body, is the strongest organ of all these three organs, which I mentioned earlier. Now, even the highest officials, whether they are from legislature or whether they are from executive or whether they are from any part of the country, can be executed and be punished under the system of judiciary. Now, the judicial system of India follows the court system, which means it includes judges, magistrates, lawyers, etc. The hierarchy of Indian courts consists of Supreme Court, High Court, district courts or some special tribunals respectively. Despite of its enormous power, Indian judicial system still faces many problems, and the need to reform the judicial system of India is a need of the hour. An independent and powerful judiciary is what a country like India needs. In many years, the Law Commission of India has suggested many reforms to be made in the Indian judicial system. The reports from Justice S. R. Das, 1949, Justice J. C. Rankin from 1925, Justice V. S. Malimat from 2003 supports my previous statement. There are several reports also delivered by the civil society organizations on the facets of the justice delivery by the Indian judiciary system, which indicates the problems we face in our judicial system. Despite of this number of supporting documents, advices and suggestions by the experts, judicial system has become more and more inefficient. Now you all must have listened that justice delayed is justice denied. Holds true in the case of India. In the world of fast and efficient ways of working, supported by technological advancements, as judiciary still lacks in the speed of justice delivery system. Time taken from the instance of lodging a FIR to the hearings and the judgments given by any of the respected courts is beyond our imagination. Amount of the red tapeism acts as a negative catalyst in the whole process. Now, this is the reason why people are shaking faith in the Indian judicial system. For the reforms of this problem, we have to start working from the grassroots level. One of the main reasons behind the slow functioning of Indian judicial system is a high pendency of cases in all the three tiers of the courts. One of the main reasons behind the slow functioning of Indian judicial system is the high pendency of cases in the courts. So first step which we can take to reduce this problem is to increase the capacity of the lower court so that they too can deal with some commercial and economic cases, which will reduce unnecessary burden from the higher courts. Formation of distinct subject and state specific benches at each level of court will distribute the subject specific cases, and the focused benches will only look into those cases. This too will help in increasing the speed of the Indian judicial system. It will help in combating the problem of the case pendency too. Another and major issue, not only in judiciary but in each field of work, is the evil of corruption. If we talk about judiciary, it has penetrated deep into the system. Recent scandals like Adarsh Society scandal, 2G scam, CWJ scam, including many other crimes, have exposed the actions of the high dignitaries, including the politicians and people in power. Everything gets disturbed when corruption enters. In addition to this, lack of workforce and resource allocations also hinders the smooth working of the judiciary. More than 47% of Indians have confirmed to experience presence of corruption in the Indian judiciary system. Unfortunately, as an assault on the judiciary, Indian judiciary has to necessarily respond to any letter or statement from the legislature or the executive or even the political establishment. One more notable drawback in our Indian judicial system is a lack of transparency. Issues like the accountability, quality of justice, and the judicial mechanism are not properly known to the public. Right to information is right granted to the citizens of India to be aware of everything happening around them and to question to the related authorities about their process and if any kind of doubt they have about those processes. Remember, citizens are best served when they have access to each branch of government, and judiciary is not an exception. Increasing transparency and access to information makes judicial system more independent, effective, transparent, and inspire confidence, trust, and adherence by its citizens in its decisions and processes. It can also have a powerful and positive effect on external image of our country's judicial system and promote foreign confidence and investments. Lack of good infrastructure is also a problem to some extent. Records of the cases and proofs and important documents are held in less adequate circumstances, which leaves them vulnerable for loss, harm, and cheating. Secondly, some of the lower courts are not designed to accommodate multimedia evidences or displays for the better understanding of the facts of the case. Our government must really focus on the betterment of the courtrooms, infrastructure, and security of documents held in there. Also, to deal with the rise in the number of cases represented, Indian courts must physically increase in size also. For a long time in India, there are issues regarding the system of judiciary. These 70 years of the judicial system of India has seen many reforms. Irrespective of these reforms, there is still a lot of changes that must be made for an effective conflict settlement and a justice delivery mechanism, which is very essential for the social security. Probably the most important thing to humanity is a fast, efficient, and effective judiciary system. A fast-track judiciary mechanism must be placed in the motion so that the crucial cases can be submitted immediately to the Supreme Court itself without losing any time. This is also important for the courts to understand that certain kinds of crime must be heard as early as possible, as in the cases of the rapes and sexual assaults. The claimant cannot wait for the justice for 10 to 20 hours. So, our government must really work on this. These are the words from the preface of the report of the Justice Malimat committees, which are worth recalling at the end of this video. Everything has been said already, but as no one listens, we must always begin again. So begin here today itself and speak up. Thank you so much.